So good to see you again.
I know.
I missed you.
I know, it's been so long.
Usually they kick over here. There's like a foot somewhere here.
Stump Kitchen, gluten-free, vegan eats, Stumptastic treats.
So what was it like for you growing up, knowing that you were different from most of the people around you?
More so now, like when I was a young teenager going into high school and stuff, I'll use the word hate, and I don't use that word often. I hated being different.
Yeah.
I hated having a limb difference, and I don't mean that disrespectfully to anybody else who has TAR syndrome or anything, because everyone's story is truly different.
Yeah.
But I didn't like the way I looked. And more so now as I'm growing up, my fiance gets more upset with people staring at me or making the side comments than I do.
Yeah, me too.
Because I'll just be walking or putting my jacket on, someone will be staring, and it's like, my fiance will be like, oh, well, and it's like, it's okay. No, they're staring at you. They're just, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I guess
me too. Like, Ellie gets so defensive sometimes.
I guess because I've gone almost 26 years of my life dealing with that, it doesn't faze me so much. Like, I'd much rather someone come up to me and ask me about what my limb difference is or whatever, other than making those side remarks. Those
just ask us, like, we're humans.
Because I'd much rather say the same story about who I am that I've been saying for the last 10 years than getting called crippled. With the little kids, honestly, I find it adorable because the only thing children see, not right now, but children view is what they learn on cartoons or pictures or
from their parents.
Or from their parents. And the thing they see closest, I guess, that resembles me is a T-Rex.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if little kids are going like this, I have a tattoo of a T-Rex on my ankle, if you can see it underneath all that bruising.
Yeah.
But I'm not ashamed of that. You can call me a dinosaur, you can call me T-Rex, whatever. But don't do it in such a term that it hurts me because I didn't ask to be born this way. I was just born.
Like, don't use it against you.
Exactly. And like the last year that I've met you and Travis and going into the TAR syndrome support groups that I have on Facebook, I felt alone because I didn't know that it was as big as it was. Because
you're not the only one.
Exactly, because in Regina I was the only one. Yeah. I never heard about TAR syndrome, even when I would Google it or look up on it when I was a young teenager. Nothing. You know what I mean? And then finding out there's a bunch of people who have it, and every person's different, yes, but it's like talking to Travis or anybody with it. It's nice to know, like, if I'm talking to you about joint pain or something, you can empathize and sympathize, and it's amazing. But if, let's say, I'm talking to Travis or my friend Tori who has TAR syndrome or whatever, they get the nerve aspect because they're missing that bone. Yeah. It's easier to tell them, well, I'm in pain. Well, nerve pain or joint pain? It's not, well, why are you in pain? Yeah. I guess with my depression as well, it's easier to talk to people like me about my limb difference opposed to asking, like when I was younger, my mom the questions because I didn't know it was both parents that you have the gene.
Absolutely.
I didn't know that until a year ago.
Yeah. So you find out more about your history and your
Exactly,
story.
because I will admit I put it on such a back burner because I was so different that I wanted to be seen as normal. I wanted to, I hid myself for the longest time in long sleeve shirts and baggy clothing because the more I slouched, the more I felt normal or what I thought.
Or
exactly. Or what I thought was normal and was gonna protect me because then I didn't have to deal with those comments and those looks. And it comes with growth, definitely. Like for the younger people who do have limb differences, it's nice to know that Lucky Finn Project organization exists for them because I didn't necessarily have that, so to speak, when I was growing up.
Absolutely.
I felt alone. All my friends were normal looking. I didn't have limb difference friends up until I moved to Alberta. And
Alberta.
if it wasn't for Travis introducing us, because he said, I have a friend, Alexis, she lives in the same city you do, you should meet up. And
yeah, that was pretty cool.
And honestly, I know I've been saying his name a lot and I probably will in this video, but if it wasn't for people like Travis, I wouldn't be where I am today.